Hey, I think we're live on Facebook. Yay! So, my name's Allison, and I am actually a member of the Sky River Temple Board. I'm the recording secretary, and I was kind of so bummed that I had to miss the Zoom egg coloring thing that was on Sunday because of work. Just like everyone else, I had to, do the work and struggling with trying to find, steady, reliable income meant that I had to miss the temple event on Sunday. So I thought, let's do another one. Let's do another one live. So I've never done a Zoom live before, so I'm not totally sure how it all works. I've done other videos before. I actually keep a gardening vlog on YouTube, so I'm used to filming a video and then uploading it to YouTube, which gives me a chance to, edit it or reshoot it if I have to. But when something's live, you don't have that, right? So egg coloring, yeah, I love egg coloring. It's one of those things that I've always done when I was a kid, and I still enjoy doing it. So I just thought, hey, let's have some fun this evening for even half an hour. We can just sit and chat and do whatever, right? So I've got several colors here. I'm just using conventional food coloring because it's easy. I know in past years I have played with natural dyes and stuff like that, but I didn't have time to do that. So we're just going to use conventional coloring. There's some regular colors, and then there's some like fluorescent colors or neon colors or whatever. And I'm using both white shelled eggs, but I'm also using brown eggs, because the dyes will create different things with the brown eggs because it's a darker shell, so it'll create some different and interesting things. So, but so if you've got anything that you're working on, if you've got a craft, by all means. I'm not too sure if I can see the chat here. I'm going to try and bring up the chat, see if anyone's there. What does that do? I don't know what that does. Oh, whoops, no, we don't want that. Uh-oh. Now, how do I get rid of that? Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm not tech savvy at all. At all. Okay, there we go. Sorry. I'm definitely not tech savvy. So yeah, let's just start. Let's grab a color. This is yellow, and I'm going to start by just dropping an egg into the color. See what happens. Yeah, I'm making a mess already. But, yeah, Easter, I'm used to, Easter's up all around us, right? But Ostara is on Saturday. So the spring equinox is coming up. So it's a time of balance, but it's also a time of increasing energies. The winter is definitely waning. The snow is melting. The temperatures are warming up. So it's a time of awakening and new beginnings. So it's a good time to start projects. It's a good time to even maybe, put whatever plans maybe you've been working on, get them into a more active phase so that you can achieve your goals over the next few months, right? So, yeah. So I've got these wire. I don't know how many of you remember these things from the egg coloring kits that we used to get when we were kids. Like, yeah, I still have tons of these. And I'm going to grab a brown egg. And what color should I put the brown egg in? I got lots of options here. I'm going to try the neon blue, I think. And then we'll see what that does with the brown eggshell. There we go. So like I said, I am on the temple board. I'm the recording secretary. I've been on the board for, well, like all of us on the board, we've been on the board for a long time. But it's actually not that time consuming, really. I mean, especially now when we're everything's online, we don't have to worry about booking, meeting halls and stuff like that. Everything can be done virtually. And even our rituals, you don't have to leave your home to attend your rituals right now. You can just hop online and join in on the Zoom meeting. And of course, our spring ritual is coming up on Sunday. So we can definitely join in on that. I will be at the farm for the weekend, so I will be helping Glenn out with his ritual on Sunday. Let's do some more coloring here. There we go. Yeah, I'm not used to live videos. I'm used, you know, if with my uploaded videos to YouTube, I can kind of edit out the long pauses. But so it's kind of just me yapping to myself. At least that's what it feels like. Feels kind of odd, you know. So I guess that's where the Zoom meetings would be much nicer, because you can have more than one person talking and you know, joining in on the conversation. It's not just one person yapping, right? But it is what it is, right? You gotta make do. And I just thought, you know, if anyone else missed the egg coloring on Sunday, well, this might be a good way to join in again. So, but yeah, spring equinox. So yeah, time of equilibrium, increasing energies. You know, there's a number of gods and goddesses associated with spring, with the energies awakening. Different colors, different symbols. You know, eggs, obviously, rabbits. You know, bright pastel colors are associated with spring equinox. You know, those kind of things. There we go. Half an egg. Okay, and I'm going to check on that brown egg that I dipped into the blue. And see what that does. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's kind of almost like a dark, I don't know if you can see that, but it's like a dark turquoise. So I discovered using brown eggs for coloring about 3 or 4 years ago. And it always never ceases to impress me what the colors will do with the darker shell. Like, it's just so cool. They're just kind of unusual colors that you don't normally see, right? So that's really cool. I'm happy with that. We'll take that one out. And then I've actually got some crayons here. So I'm going to try and draw on one of these and see what I can come up with. What should we draw on here? We can do a goddess symbol, we can do a pentacle on the brown egg. Maybe I'll just do a wheel, a silver wheel for my goddess. My own personal goddess or patron goddess is Aryan Road. I've been working with her for a very, very long time. And some people find her hard to work with. She's one of those goddesses that quite often people will say is very stern or strict, or they'll be afraid to work with them because they can. I don't want to say be difficult to work with, but you know, really, a lot of the goddesses are going to be like that. And you know, Aryan Road, she's one of those goddesses that she's not going to take any bullshit. Okay. You know, and she's going to know when you're bullshitting her, and she's not going to put up with that. That said, she is a goddess of spinning and weaving. She's a goddess of fates because of that aspect of spinning and weaving, and the metaphor of spinning and weaving your own life, the thread of your own life, and the path of your own destiny. So she's really good to work with if there's something that you want to achieve in your life. She can help you focus on those goals and weave that path into your life. Or if you're in a place in your life that you don't like and you don't want to be in that situation, she's a goddess who will help you, you know, kind of tear out the threads and reweave them into something new. So she's a good goddess for that kind of thing. And in spite of a lot of people saying that she's kind of stern and all that, she does have a more lighter side to her. She does have a sense of humor. And I remember one time when one of my meditative journeys, I do an Imram when I'm connecting with Aryan Road, and an Imram is basically, it's just a meditation, it's just a meditative journey, but it's key to a specific energetic or location. And in my case, when I'm doing the Imram, I am going to the Blessed Isle of Avalon to interact with my goddess. And I remember this one time I made the journey and I'm sitting in everyone's cottage and she's trying to teach me how to spin wool. And of course in the meditation, I kept getting everything knotted and she was just laughing her ass off at me because everything would get tangled. And so she has a good sense of humor. And I asked her, well, how come people don't see this side of you? And her response was, because they don't ask to see it. They don't ask to see her lighter side. So like with every goddess, with every god, with all the deities, there's more than one facet to them. There's more than one side to them. So that's a good thing to remember if you're new on your path and you're not quite sure how to go about interacting with the goddesses, and your experience with the goddesses are limited. Just remember that there's more than one facet, more than one side to them. And like quite often they will have as much as they will have a stern, darker side, they will also have a lighter side. And so it's just important that you know what aspect you're focusing on, right? So Arian Road's been a good goddess for me. She's a challenger. She will challenge me. She's not a goddess who will do things for you. She will help me by providing me with tools, with providing me with opportunities and sort of opening the way a little bit. But in the end, I have to do the work. I have to take those tools and put them to good use. But I also work with other goddesses. I also work with Caradwyn, and she's often another one that people are kind of like to walk on eggshells around, but she's actually a very loving goddess. My one memorable experience with her in a meditation is of her tucking me into bed, because she said, you're tired, you need to sleep. And of course, she was like the stern grandmother saying, you need to sleep, stay in bed. And of course, I'm like the unruly child who doesn't want to stay in bed. I want to get up and do things. But yeah, so that's a little bit about my path, a little bit about me. And it would be really cool if we could get more people interacting with the page and with other temple members on the page, right? It would be cool to see a series of, everybody, not just board members, but everyone who's on the page, to do a short either Facebook Live or a video that you upload to Facebook that just kind of describes your path a little bit and who you are. And that way we can get to know each other again. I mean, life's been tough the past year, right? A lot of us are suffering. A lot of us are just struggling with isolation, and we're trying to, doing the best we can. Even those of us on the board are in the exact same situation as all of you are. But one way that we can connect is use these tools like Facebook and like YouTube and the videos and everything to connect with each other. And I would love to see, I'm going to challenge every single person who has joined this Facebook, the Sky River Facebook Temple page, to post a short video of themselves describing their path, introducing themselves and telling us a little bit about their path and where they want to go and what they want to do, the goddesses and gods they're interested in. I think that would be an awesome thing. I would really, really love that. That would be so cool to do. So I would like to see that. Maybe between, the spring equinox is on Saturday. So between spring equinox and Beltane. There's your challenge. Between spring equinox and Beltane, I challenge everyone to introduce themselves on Facebook. So there we go. All right, I've got a couple of brushes here. I'm just gonna try some splashes and splashes on some of these eggs. One of my favorite methods is just to do a splash egg where I just take the dye and just brush it on randomly, and then when it dries, I'll pick a different color. I think that always looks really nice. It's kind of different, kind of random. But something else about me is I'm a gardener. I'm a gardener by training, although I'm I haven't been working in the field, but I'm trying to start my own business. I have started a my own YouTube channel, and in hopes of promoting that and getting something going for myself, because that's what I really want to do. That's where my heart is in the garden. And my passion is for tomatoes. You know, I don't know why I have this thing for tomatoes. I just do. I remember when growing up and I was younger, I hated tomatoes. I didn't like I hated the way they smelled. I hated the way they tasted. But, you know, as you grow up, you know, your tastes change, your taste buds change, and somewhere along the line, I don't know how it happened, I got turned on to the heirloom tomatoes. And that just kind of opened up a whole different avenue for tomatoes for me. And after trying a few weird ones that I had never heard before, I thought, you know what, tomatoes aren't so bad. They actually taste pretty good. You know, they like the store-bought tomatoes are horrible. Oh my God, they're just horrible. But no, these homegrown heirloom tomatoes were quite surprising in the way they tasted. And I haven't looked back since. And in fact, it's only grown. You know, my interest and love of tomatoes has only increased and grown. So I currently have seed for 96 different varieties. And this year for my plant sale, I'm going to be growing about 30 different varieties out for sale. So, but that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm keeping busy with. You know, I do have a day job that pays the bills, but it's definitely not what I want to be doing. Oh my God, I don't want to be doing it. So I'm trying to follow my passion a little bit, and maybe putting a little more effort into it, maybe something will actually manifest for me. So yeah, that's my hope and my dream. I'm going to throw some more eggs into the dyes. Actually, I'm going to take the yellow one out. See what the yellow one looks like here. It's not bad. It's kind of a pale yellow, not overly dark, but that's all right. We'll take that one out. Let's try, where should I put this? Let's try the brown one. And I think there's a green, isn't there? There's a green. There's a lime green. Let's try the brown egg and a lime green. We'll see what that looks like. So anyway, what else can I do? I know what I can do. If I grab a crayon or something, maybe I can draw on here. It's purple. Yeah. So this is what kind of thing what we always used to do when we were kids. We didn't have anything fancy. Like I'm using hard-boiled eggs because that's what we always did when we were kids. So, you know, I remember having the ink transfers that would come in the kits, and you had to cut them out, and you had to put them on the egg, and then wrap the egg in like a face cloth that had been soaked in vinegar, and that would transfer the image onto the egg. You don't make those anymore, funny enough. But I remember that. I'm old enough to remember those things. I might even have a few old ones in the cupboard somewhere too. But, all right. I'm going to try drawing a tree onto my egg here, onto my white egg. Start with the trunk and roots. I'll go up like that. Create some branches. I don't know. I'm not very artistic. You know, my artistic abilities are very limited, so. But we'll try that. And we'll draw another tree on the other side here. Let's see where we are. Okay. But, you know, I still enjoy coloring eggs. It's one of those things, you know, childhood memories and all that. You know, it's kind of like carving pumpkins. I've always enjoyed carving pumpkins for Halloween and Samhain, and I probably always will. It's just, you know, it's just one of those things that I've always really enjoyed. And it is a creative expression, right? The tree connect the roots, so it's like a tree of life almost. Draw some roots in there. Get nice. There we go. I'll even try coloring in those. Coloring in the trunk. Create a tree. But I'm not sure how to bring up the chat, and I tried it, but I couldn't get it to work. So I hope you guys are enjoying this. I hope you guys are chatting with yourselves and stuff like that, because I'm not tech savvy at all, so... But, you know, it would be neat to do other crafting events like this. I mean, it's kind of awkward on Facebook because, you know, you're the only one talking, but I think it would be neat to do some more crafty type things like this, where, you know, you just give everybody advance notice of what kind of supplies they need, and then you can kind of craft together, right? That's a neat thing to do. Well, we're still stuck in lockdown situations and stuff like that. I'm really looking forward to getting outside in my garden. Looking forward to the snow to go. Actually, a lot of it's already gone, but I was out in my greenhouse. I have a teeny tiny greenhouse out back, and it's being held together by Gorilla Tape and Tuck Tape and that kind of thing. So there's kind of a tree. I don't know. Let's see here. What else do I got for crayons? Do you have any green? Here's a green crayon. We're just gonna color this part in, go circles, make it look like leaves. There we go. Anyway, I have a teeny tiny greenhouse outside, and it was, I don't think it got really above freezing today, but inside the greenhouse, with the door on, it was, without any other extra heat, it was like 20 degrees in there. So I'm probably going to be moving some of my plants out into the greenhouse probably in the next week or two. I've got stuff already started. I've got seeds already started. I got peppers. I'm probably going to be starting my tomato seeds tomorrow. So yes, so spring is definitely upon us. It's definitely arriving. Whoops. Whoop. So I'm looking forward to being outside more. Well, there's a lot of cleanup in my yard that didn't get done last year, so. All right. That's not very pretty, but it'll do. I wonder if I can, what do I have here? There we go. Sorry, like I said, I'm not used to doing the live thing, so if I have these awkward pauses, I'm just trying to think of something to say. Anywho. All right. So one of the things I'm looking forward to seeing out at the farm right now are the bees. It's warm enough that the bees are starting to fly, so I haven't been out to the farm all winter, so it'd be nice to get out there, get out to the fresh air, the quiet, the peace and quiet, you know. There we go. All right, that's kind of okay. I think I'm gonna plop that into one of the blue colors. And we'll see what happens with that. So, yeah. So this is me and my egg coloring adventures. So, I'm not sure what else to say. I could plop a few more eggs. Let's do some more brown eggs into some different colors. Let's do a brown egg into the red. We'll see what that turns out like. One of the things I like to do for spring equinox is hot cross buns. I know that's initially it sounds more of a thing for Easter and the Christian holidays, but I remember reading somewhere. I don't remember where. So I might encourage you guys to go do your own Google research. But apparently, hot cross buns actually date to the pre-Christian Roman era. It was something that they would make for whatever holiday was coming up, and that the cross that's on them was originally meant to represent the horns of the god, whichever god, I'm not sure. I've forgotten the details, but I do remember that the hot cross buns did predate Christianity. So, but I've made a couple attempts at making the hot cross buns, but they haven't really turned out. They just turned out like little hard little rocks, so not a lot of luck. Mind you, sometimes baking bread like or yeast doughs I don't have a lot of luck with those for some reason. I don't know if my house is too cold, which I think might be the problem, but let's see here. Let's pull this one out. This was a brown egg in one of the orange, I think that was the orange dye. So that's not bad. That was the one that I drew the silver wheel on. I don't know if you can see that. So that's kind of cool. It's kind of a cool. It's like almost like a scarlet color. It's kind of like a scarlet red orange color. We're just gonna put that over here. There we go. And this was a brown egg too in this color. Let's see what that's going. Oh, that's kind of funky. It's similar to the other one, but it's more red, more pinky red. So that's kind of cool. We'll leave that in there for a little while longer. What else can we do? I'm going to take that half dyed one. I'm going to take the top half and stick it in a different color. So, let's go with the bright blue, this bright neon blue. I'll just have to hold it in there with my hands, I guess. My fingers will be all dyed up. So I'll get a two-tone egg this way. I need to remember to take my car in for a car wash. Now that the streets are starting to dry up, I think it's probably safe to actually take my car through the car wash. Yeah. And my cats are itching to go outside. My one cat, Shadow, he loves going outside. But he's also very smart. And so he knows that if he goes outside and then when he comes back in, he gets a treat. So like most cats, he goes out for 5 minutes, once in, and expects a treat. And then he wants to go back outside again, for 5 minutes, and then wants to be let in and expects a treat. So he's got the treat thing figured out. So, but he's actually figured out that if he sits in a particular spot, he'll get treats as well. So he's got that figured out. So I've been trying to stick to the rule that if he wants treats, he has to go outside. So I've been making him go outside at least, getting some fresh air. So, all right. So there we go. There's a kind of a cool two-tone egg. We'll stick that in the holder here. And then I think I'm going to take this one. I'm just going to dry off some of the spots off of this one. And then we'll take, let's see, we could probably let's go with a green. Just put some green on there, some bright green or yellow, whatever color that is. Paint it all up, splash it. There we go. Don't know if you can see that really well, but anyway, kind of cool. Anyhow, it's almost 10 to 8, so I've been here not quite an hour, but I think I might sign off and finish coloring my eggs. And I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope we can do it again. I hope maybe some other folks can join in and maybe do little videos of what kind of crafts they like to do. Maybe that would be another good idea for content for the page, is if you've got a favorite craft that you want to share, you can certainly post a video on that, and that would be awesome. I think that's one of the things that those of us on the board, we're really trying hard to get people to engage with each other and interact with each other, and we're finding it hard. So I would like to encourage people to create some content for the page, to show us who you are and what you're about, and some of the things that you enjoy. If you've got a favorite craft, post a video about your favorite craft. So I am going to sign off. So thank you for those of you who joined in for this Facebook Live egg coloring thing. So we'll see you on the weekend. Like I said, the Sky River Temple Ostara ritual is on Sunday at 2:30 p.m. So please, I hope you'll join us. It'll be on Zoom, so get yourself set up with Zoom and you can join us for that ritual. So have a good evening, everyone. Bye. Oh.